Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Welcome once again to another session of Living World of Darkness. This is a scene for the mage venue. We open up actually somewhere not terribly out of the ordinary. In the local mage hangout, the Brown Bear Pub in Brooklyn. For some reason, unbeknownst to just about everybody, the place appears to be bustling with activity at the moment. What's going on inside?
What is this heresy? There are actually guests in the Brown Bear pub?
I don't
And
know,
they
Noah.
they
I don't
they
know.
are consuming drinks. It's an amazing thing, a sight to behold.
The Luke sits um kind of close to Noah. He enjoy Noah's company. He's a nice young gentleman, and he's waiting for Ken and Mackie because they told him they were going to be Brown Bear, and they said that you have to come there, and he couldn't reject them. So
Maggie is stepping through the door beside Ken, explaining the finer points of Coney Island and Nathan's hot dogs. And literally, like, anything you want on it. I'm not kidding.
Dude, I don't
Anything.
trust the sauce. I never trust the sauce.
Okay, well, you don't need to get the sauce then, but there's so many other things you can get there. And
I-
if you don't like hot dogs, there's funnel cake. How can you not like funnel cake?
There are literally stands for that at other places in New York that cost less, and I'm not surrounded by people and their kids all screaming and shit.
All right, fine. Just saying. Like, they shot part of the ending of the Warriors there. If nothing else, I figured you'd want to be there just for nostalgia's sake.
I could watch the Warriors separately from Coney Island and the people and the screaming.
Here,
Luke kind of gets up, goes near Maggie and Ken. Hello guys.
Hey, Luke, and Luke gets the handshake bro hug.
He gives the handshake bro hug back, and he looks at Maggie and sends a hand.
Maggie puts out her hand, gives it a shake. She's looking better than she has since Luke met her. She's actually like cut her hair, re-dyed it. She's actually wearing regular clothing, taken the bandaging off her hands, that sort of thing.
Luke kind of looks at Maggie and says, "You look better. Your hair is really nice. It fits you better." He smiles. He's not, hitting on her. He's just, gentlemanly, giving her compliments. And I was sitting with Noah. Let's go near him if you guys want to. There's another guy who's kind of heavier, but he can be resisted. He talks about Dr. Ivanov.
Dr. Ivanov is on a booth drinking a little bit of his customary vodka, being merry to himself.
He looks at Ken because he doesn't know anything about what happened between Ken and Naomi. He looks at Ken and says, "I wouldn't bring Naomi near him." Yeah,
Don't worry
especially
about
now.
it.
He nods, and he goes back near Noah.
Noah is drinking water.
So does Luke.
Maggie orders tea with honey and lemon.
And at this point, George enters. A bit reluctantly, he looks around, but he doesn't seem too pleased to be there. He will just go up to the bar and find a place for himself. He seems to order a club soda.
Luke kind of looks at George, who's like not coming near them. He doesn't say anything. He just looks at him and then turns. So Noah,
Dr. Ivan.
go on.
Go ahead.
Go on.
No, you go.
Luke looks at Noah and says, "And how are you? We didn't talk for a while."
I'm good.
He nods and says, "Good to know."
Huh?
He nods and says, "Good to know."
I know, right?
I presume you met with our friends here. He shows up Maggie and Ken.
Yep.
He nods again.
What's up, you two?
Still with the old guys?
Yep.
Figured.
Maggie just is kind of intently staring at Noah. Things have changed for her since you last saw him. She's just kind of slowly stirring her tea, just looking directly at him.
Okay. I believe I'll roll a slight P&E here just to justify this, if anything. And I got 3 successes for you, Maggie. What do you got for me?
I got
Looks like if Ken knows anything about the Akashics and the history of the Euthanatos,
Ken knows things.
there's probably a good chance that somebody might have opened that book not too long ago. She's not looking hostile. She's just kind of. Does that kind of look like, really? These are the people that that started, or that we had all that shit with so long ago? That kind of look.
Ken, not so subtly, kind of elbows her in the ribs. It doesn't hurt so much as it's completely annoying in an almost fraternal fashion.
She just kind of like jumps slightly and turns. What?
Really, bro?
What?
Really,
What?
bro?
What?
We're in the. You know what century we're in? We're in the modern era.
She just kind of narrows her eyes. I read a book, okay? I was just kind of wondering.
I read books too. It's fine. Like, look at him. Does he look like the type? He doesn't look like the type, does he?
That's
all
what I'm
friends
trying
here,
to
right?
figure out in my head, just how that all went down.
We'll have a big talk about it later.
While Luke and Ken and Maggie is talking about that, Luke had 5 success in perception empty, but he doesn't know shit about that fight between Akashics and.
To Luke, she's just looking really confused about Noah right now.
Okay. Luke doesn't know shit. Luke doesn't understand. Luke stands silent.
Noah, not knowing that Maggie has joined up with the Eufanatoi, cocks his head. What's up, Maggie? Have a seat. You're looking a bit flushed. Keeping standing isn't exactly healthy for you all the time. You need to, properly rest your body from time to time. And just standing there while making that face is not contributing to your health. Go ahead and take a seat.
God damn it, Noah!
And at this, Dr. Ivanov just cocks his head, look at everything. The lovely picture of a family. It does good to the heart.
As everybody is squabbling and having a grand old time, the door to the Brown Bear pub will open, and actually somebody that none of them recognize will walk in.
What's her appearance?
I don't know.
That is the RPG equivalent of "Can you fuck it?"
I'm going to say that looks like an appearance 3.
Yeah, same here.
That sounds good.
Appearance 4, deadass. Okay, so see, none of you except Tommy knows. Like, Luke spent 10 years in prison, so he doesn't have a lot of time with females. It's been 8 months that he's out, and he had people and stuff like that. He's seeing someone at the moment, but this is just like he's not being a creep, but he just looks and turns his head. He doesn't really double take. He just looks and turns.
Dr. Ivanov, that's a double take.
Maggie takes a sip out of her tea and then just looks up again at Noah. Ass.
What?
Just you and your rambling and your mumbling and all that jazz.
I literally expressed my concern for you. Why are you calling me an ass? I am wounded.
No, you're not.
That is a good failure. That's a good failure.
I noticed nothing.
Tia seems a little bit melancholy as she goes to the bar and orders herself a glass of water.
I'll notice.
The bartender will hand it to her.
She gives him a thin smile. Thanks. And she'll set some money down on the table.
Maggie looks up in the direction of the woman at the bar, just kind of noticing that A, she's ordering water, and B, that she's, you say sad looking?
Yep.
Maggie gets up. She puts her bag in her chair. She just looks at Ken.
What?
Just don't add sugar to my tea. I know you think it's blasphemy without it, but don't add sugar to it.
What are you doing, Maggie?
Just. She walks over to the bar
What are you
and
doing,
sits
Maggie?
down next to the woman.
Oh my god, and here we go.
As people get close to her, can I get a perception awareness roll?
Oh boy.
Yay.
Question, would that be just the people getting close to her or everyone in the room?
That would be just the people getting close to her.
Okay.
I'm not
me.
getting close. I'm not getting close.
Traces, bitch.
She's dropping mine 5.
I got
No,
traces.
Max?
Hmm?
Was
no,
this
it wasn't.
a bartender, or were you also playing an NPC?
No, that's an NPC. That's a girl called Redina.
Okay, fair enough. For Maggie, there is something magical definitely going on.
So Maggie's going up to the bar and she immediately just turns on her heel. It's literally like Grandpa Simpson walking into the burlesque house with Bart at the door. Just immediately turns around and walks back to the table with a bit of a shuffle and just sits down really quickly and just has this look on her face like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Is she a famous person?
She kind of like, makes the hand gesture for everybody to huddle in. So, very rarely do I ever walk upon a person who... Okay, well, you guys know when somebody does shit, whether it's one of the Freaky Deaky Fae or one of the park people or anything like that. If they do something weird, you feel it?
Sometimes.
Yes, sometimes. I don't normally walk up to a person and just feel it pulsing off them. She just kind of like gestures to the woman at the bar.
That could mean literally 20 different things.
It could.
This is a perfect time for Alaric to show up.
The hero arrives on the scene.
Shut up. No. He'll just walk in and make his way to you guys.
Luke kind of like raises his hand and says, "Oh, Alaric, we were just leaving." He looks at the Luke and Maggie like tries to raise them up because he heard the name like changelings, werewolves. So he's like, "Yeah, we were leaving, right?"
Maggie's gonna take a sip out of her tea. All right, we're gonna go try that again. And she gets up.
Dr. will walk to the bar, sit behind Maggie, and just stare.
And like Luke just stands there because nobody gave a fuck about what he said. He kind of looks at Alaric and says, "This was just normal stuff. I'm sorry, man. How's it going?" He kind of like, "I will buy you a drink, please."
I'm fine.
Oh my god.
Did we take care of the Maggie thing? Or not the Maggie thing. Sorry.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Anyway, so is Maggie going back for the approach? Is what I'm gathering
Oh yeah,
here?
this time she's coming back and she just sits down next to the woman very plainly, unless anyone tries to stop her.
No. Ken, for his part, goes behind the bar. What did you say the woman's name was, Max?
Regina. but she goes by the nickname of Reggie.
Take a break, Reggie.
Oh, sure. Thanks, Ken.
No problem.
Alaric sort of sits down so he could see the bar. All right. And he looks around. Okay. Even with Ken's help, I'm giving Maggie a 60% chance of striking out.
What?
He points to Maggie and the woman.
Mm-hmm. Is she lesbian?
I don't know.
Okay.
Ken looks at both of them. All right. Who wants alcohol?
I do want alcohol.
What I can get for you, my man?
Vodka.
I do not want alcohol.
Vodka. All right, vodka. We got low, mid, high shelf. Take your pick.
Everything.
That's a really definitive answer, Dr. Rivenel.
It's
We're
a
gonna
categorical answer, yes.
And Ken just literally swipes something off the mid shelf and pours a double with exactly 2 ice cubes.
Oh.
We'll start you off with this, buddy.
He grabs the glass, looks at you. Marry me.
Maybe later.
Okay.
Maggie just holds up a hand, sort of nonchalantly gesturing. Mojito's good here?
Mojitos are good when I make them. And he goes about the process of making a mojito.
She'll turn her chin, look over at the woman. So, hi.
Hello.
Water?
Cradles
All
her
you-
water in like her hands, kind of like passing it back and forth. He's just kind of fidgeting.
Just coming to the bar for water because I know places that serve designer water much better than the tap they have here.
I'm just not sure what I want to drink yet.
Well, I happen to know the bartender pretty well, I think. He does amazing things with mixology.
As Ken puts the mojito in front of Maggie. I do amazing things. Also, we have a menu if you want something to eat.
Sure. She smiles over at Maggie. What would you recommend?
She'll just take her mojito and slide it in front of the woman as she looks at Ken. You wouldn't mind making another, would you?
Of course not. It's my job. And Ken makes another.
She'll sit there and she'll sort of leave her water off to the side and try the mojito.
Maggie will offer out a hand. Name's Maggie.
She'll hold out a hand as well and shake it. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. So, what brings you to the Brown Bear?
I suppose just chance, really. I kinda needed a place to get a drink is all.
Well, Brown Bear's a pretty nice place to get that done. You know, not the greatest bar in New York, but it's cozy.
Yeah.
Maggie is going to roll her P&E. One success.
You know the look someone has, like, after something really bad happens and they're finally able to go out again without immediately bursting into tears, but it's always kind of there?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Maggie just kind of makes a gentle smile and just kind of leans back as she waits for her mojito. Oh, I know that look.
She just looks over at her. That obvious?
A little bit.
Mojito is served.
Thank you, Ken. And she'll put a $5 down in front of the glass for him.
Yoink.
Yeah, it's a little obvious. At least if you're looking.
Oh. She just kind of nods. She takes her drink, fidgets a bit more.
Look, I don't know your story. I'm not going to try and press you to tell it, but one of the things I know about misery?
What's that?
It loves company.
Yeah, I suppose a little bit of company would help.
Well, I happen to have a group of friends, and she'll kind of gesture over to the table where the peanut gallery is sitting. We all kind of got together for early afternoon drinks. If you want, I would love to extend you an invitation.
Sure.
And Maggie will take up her glass, the napkin underneath the glass, and wait for this yet unnamed woman to follow her back to the table.
While they are going back to the table, George will just go up and just nod at Ken and just say, "Hey, man, are you doing all right? Last time we spoke, things were kind of tense."
Yeah, I'm okay. Can I do for you?
Just a beer.
Gotcha. You have any preferences? Domestic? Anything like that?
Check if you have it.
We do. And he actually does produce one of those. The player's knowledge base is a little shaky, but Ken's worked here long enough.
Yeah, yeah, it's fine. He just takes it and smiles. Right, do you have, I still need some more info, and I really don't know I owe people yet, but do you have an idea of where I could, some of the people I could find to learn, a little bit more?
I know a few places. I'll talk to you about it later.
Okay. Oh, you're at work. All right. I get
Yeah.
it. All right, I get it. I get it. It just nods. So, looks over to the others and walks over and sits down with the others. Luke, have
Hello?
enough?
It's been a long time.
Oh, yeah. It's been having a couple of busy days.
How was everything?
Well, they're under the circumstances quite good, but still have some things I need to work out, shall we say.
Luke nods. This is my friend Alaric. Alaric, this is George.
Nice to meet you.
Same. Right. He just says, nods, looks at you, and then takes a sip of his beer.
Just for clarity's sake, he's dressed closer to the Alark that's wearing the sunglasses, not the weird.
Fair enough.
But how can we tell if his eyeliner game is on point if he's wearing the sunglasses?
He's not wearing eyeliner.
His eyeliner game is always on point.
George
Black
met with
magic,
Dr.
bitch.
Ivana.
Yes.
Okay, then he's not gonna bother introducing you again.
Maggie will lead this young woman to the table, pull over an extra chair from an unoccupied table, put it next to hers.
How old is she, Shelby? How old does she looks like?
She looks like she's probably in her 40s.
An older woman comes in. Luke gets up and extends a hand.
She'll smile to him rather thinly and shake his hand. Hello.
Welcome. My name is Luke. Welcome to our table.
Thank you. You're all very kind.
He nods and sounded sad. So I'm gonna roll perception empathy, and I got 2. And she is sad, yeah.
Yeah, she looks very, very sad. It's as if like she just now got herself together just enough to go out.
Mm-hmm. Does she also look that she doesn't care? She doesn't want to share about it. Like she tries to hide it. Does she look that way? Because if she tries to hide it, she doesn't want to fucking share it.
She's not really trying to hide it, but she's not like forcing it on anyone.
Luke is gonna stand silent. He's not gonna say anything. He looks at everyone and says, "Let me introduce." And he kind of takes a note that she didn't say her name. So he wants to use everybody's nickname except Dr. Rival because Dr. Rival is a douchebag. So he looks at Ken and he says, "This is Ken. This is Dr. Rival."
Hello.
Ken waves.
Is Noah near? Oh, see.
Yes.
This is Noah. This is George. And this is Alark.
Yep.
It's very nice to meet all of you.
So
Would you...
Now that we're close to her, do we all have to do another perception awareness?
Yeah, if everyone's close, they're more than welcome to roll.
I got 3.
Perception what now?
Awareness.
Awareness.
If you don't have awareness, can you roll at a higher difficulty?
Awareness is a talent.
I got 3 successes. I will reload so you can guys actually watch my rolls.
It's a talent, so you don't get a plus difficulty. You'd be rolling straight perception.
Okie dokie.
Two successes.
Say 3 successes. Sorry.
Anybody with any successes will notice that there is something magical happening. With 3 or more, you detect it's probably pretty strong.
Oh boy. Ivanov will just stop mid-drink, put the glass down, and look at her. And he will just linger a second before, he stares down the table. You don't piss off people with high magic resonances.
So Maggie will kind of give her her chair. She pulls it in to the table, putting her books down, and she just looks over at the mystery woman and simply says, so what's your name?"
Oh, that was very rude of me. I'm very sorry. You can call me Sif.
Sif? Have I pronounced it correctly?
Yes.
She nods. Yeah, that's right.
He smiles and says, "May I also ask what does it mean? I didn't heard her name like this before. It sounds really nice name."
It is safe
Thank
with
you.
an S or a C, madam?
With an S.
Oh, very well.
Oh, we'll look over there and say, um, welcome to the pub anyway. We haven't seen you around here.
That's a Scandinavian name, isn't it? Oh, come from George as he looks over to her.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I seem to remember it's like linked to Nordic mythology or something. You're from Scandinavia, or are you foreign?
She nods. Yeah, I'm from Scandinavia.
All right. Well, staying here long, or welcome if you've just arrived to Monaco, of course.
Thank you. I I appreciate all the hospitality you've shown.
Well, I don't think any of us owns this place, but sure. You're welcome.
Lady Sif, is there anything that we can help you with? You look troubled. I'm sorry for my blunt honesty, but I couldn't ignore it.
Oh, a, a really dear family friend passed away recently. It's just been really hard to deal with it.
Oh dear.
He and my husband were very close.
My condolences.
My condolences as well.
I am very sorry.
I apologize again for what I asked, but I just wanted to help. I didn't know it was not something that we can not help with.
He nods.
So what does Sif look like under Prime and LifeSight?
LifeSight detects nothing. With Prime Sight, you know how brightly mages glow under Prime Sight when
Mm-hmm.
they're casting magic?
Mm-hmm.
This is about 5 times brighter than that.
Bright enough that Maggie kind of has to avert her eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Maggie kind of jostles a bit in her chair as she turns her head away, sort of like putting a hand over her eyes.
You okay?
Ah, darn it.
You okay, Maggie?
Yeah, bright lights, migraines, that sort of thing.
You should probably get that looked at.
Yeah, that's what everyone keeps telling me, and I'm just looking at her manipulation and subterfuge to see if that's even remotely believable. There you go. 3 successes to make it seem like she's going through a migraine. And under the mental link, for those that are in it, she's just going to simply say, "Oh my god, she glows like I've never seen before. It has got to be at least 3 to 5 times brighter than I've seen the strongest mages perform magic under Prime."
Good to know. Thanks for taking one for the team, Alaric says through the mental link.
I hate you. I hate you so much right now.
Dick move, Alaric, but you are right.
I'll be right back.
Do you need anything? Oh wait, you already have water. I'm sorry. Noah says towards the lady.
She has a mojito, good sir.
Oh, mojito then. I wasn't there.
So, Lady Sif, what happened, if may I ask, to your loved one?
He was just getting up there in years, I suppose. But he'd been a really good friend of the family since I could remember.
Mm, yeah, those things are always tough.
He nods.
Noah will look at Ken, since he's the expert at counseling people, because it's his job.
Ken kind of like gives him this look like I'm not on that particular clock. And shifts uncomfortably. Eventually, what he does do, however, is he goes into the kitchen. He's there for a little bit. What he comes out with is it's not the best because it was kind of something that like is prepared for more of an appetizer, but he has some sliders and he puts them in front of this woman on the house.
She'll take it. Thank you. That's very kind.
It's no problem.
Just, there wasn't even a funeral yet, and people are already scrambling. Just for stuff.
What do you mean?
She shrugs. I mean, we haven't even put our friend in the ground yet.
Like, is his family fighting over possessions and things of that nature?
No. There was no immediate family. There was no will. I don't know what's going on, but some people packed away all of his stuff and just left with it.
Wait, it was stolen?
May as well have been.
That's horrible.
Do you know what happened to it all? I mean, were they taking it someplace?
I don't know where they keep it. It's all just being sold off. I guess hopefully to pay for a funeral, but I don't know.
Was it sold off in like an auction?
She nods.
So
That's
it was
what I heard. happening sometime soon. I don't know.
So you knew that it was that, and he will name the name of the billionaire.
Yeah.
And just nods. Yeah, I heard about that. You have my condolences.
Wait, so just grabbed his stuff and didn't even pay proper respect. What?
I don't know what the process is when someone passes away, but it just, it hurts a lot. He doesn't have any family that are honoring him or anything like that.
Maggie will say over the mental link to Noah. So how are we going to broach the subject of the fact that she is resonating like a frickin' dynamo?
I don't know. Has she reacted to you doing the thing?
She didn't. I mean, I could try and get some surface thoughts from her.
Does that mean she's like... does that mean she's like lighting up without her knowing it?
It's possible. I don't know. With the site still up, Shelby, if she can get like a sidelong glance at it, does it look like it's emanating from her or an object or what?
It looks like you basically see her silhouette in the very, very bright quintessential energy.
So it looks like it's emanating from her person and not...
Mm-hmm.
She just kind of winces again, blinks a few times. Oh no, it's definitely coming from her.
Oh, see, she said that it was her close friend, dude who died, and they took her stuff, they took his stuff without any procedure, right?
As far as she knows, yes.
Luke kind of thinks that how bad or good it would be to invite her to auction. Hello. Maybe try to have some problems, but he doesn't say anything. He's thinking. It's obvious that he's thinking.
Maggie is going to concentrate on her crown chakra and take a moment, and she is going to spend a point of quint and a point of willpower for a Mind 2 effect to read surface thoughts, while trying to remain blah 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 unintrusive, a non-invasive type of reading.
Okay, go for it.
That is 4 successes.
Within the silhouette of primal energy, you can't detect an actual mind.
Over the mental link, over the mental link, you just hear.
Mental's finger snaps. Get it together.
Use your words.
There's no mind in her.
What are you talking about?
That's exactly what I'm saying. There's no thought patterns. I tried to skim surface thoughts to try and get anything, and there's nothing there.
Can we see something weird in Maggie? First, I'm going to roll perception awareness. I didn't see anything. Can we see anything weird, Maggie? Tell me with 4 successes.
Maggie is sitting there very intently, just like sipping through those tiny little straws they give you with a mojito. Just very intently sipping out of it. Just
So, while people are casting magical effects and getting in conversations through the mind link, a lot of glassy-eyed stares, folks. Ken, dear Ken, just looks at her and goes, so, packed up his stuff, walked off with it. Tell me, did your friend have any wishes he ever communicated to you verbally? Anything like that?
She shakes her head. We'd not seen each other in a very long time.
Sad.
Is Ken by us now, or still?
No, he's sitting with us.
He's kind of in the area because, like, you guys are the customers and you're all over here.
Hmm.
He has excuses to wipe multiple services.
Hey, Ken.
Yeah.
Can I get a Long Island?
Of course you can, buddy.
Thanks.
Of course you can.
Double shot of Jägermeister, please, Ken. Double shot of Jägermeister.
Alaric will walk up to the counter, sort of wait for his thing. While he's waiting, he is going to grab a bar napkin.
And Miss Sif, what stuff they'd actually take from your friend?
I know they pretty much packed up the whole estate. There were some family heirlooms in there, things that were pretty important to all of us.
And they have the right to do so. I don't know if customary, but people don't tend to leave last will and wishes of the deceased one. Notariated and everything. Notariated, sorry.
But we don't know for sure that he didn't leave a wish.
This is why I'm asking.
Luke nods.
Dear Shelby, this is a 3 successes on Spirit Sight.
You get a very similar result as your prime sight look, except maybe a different color. I'd imagine Spirit's white, whereas prime sight is like yellow.
Oh boy.
So, Ken, what ends up happening is he comes back with the Long Island, it looks delicious, and then Ken just happens to trip. Totally not sus at all. Happens to trip. Right around the time that he's around that napkin, and oopsie, it's illegible. Oh, Jesus! I'll go make another as he now collects the fine paste that the napkin is, wipes up the bar, looks very embarrassed, so embarrassed. Let me roll to see how embarrassed he looks.
Hey, Alaric, in the back of your head, you hear a growl. He's lying.
What was it?
In the back of your head, you hear a growl. He's lying.
I don't know. Thought.
So, Sif, what was your relationship to your friend?
was a bit closer to my husband than he was to me. We'd only met a few times.
Well, if you'd only met... I mean, what was your husband's relationship to him then?
He we worked really closely together for a really long time.
Maggie will take her double shot of Jaeger and drink it down really quick.
So, these family heirlooms, I mean, I think I know a guy who can, who has an invitation to that auction. I know I'm not saying that you want to go, but well, I mean, would it be? I mean, if I could maybe see if I could maybe put a bid in on some of those family heirlooms to get them back to you, or maybe find out that there's someone who did something illegal. Would you? Would that be a thing you would be interested in?
I wouldn't be able to describe how helpful that is. I just don't know if I could pay you back.
Well, we'll see. But first, I have to get in contact with a guy, and
You don't need to, George. I already have invitation.
Through the mental link directly to Maggie and Noah. Well, yeah, no one else, seeing as nobody with the mental link is in the room, directly to Maggie and Noah. Fenrir says she's lying.
The hell you mean, Fenrir says she's lying?
My avatar.
Yeah. Alaric fancies himself a wolf. It got Olaf really, really pissed off.
Who's
A long
Olaf?
time ago.
I don't fancy myself a wolf. I don't choose who my avatar is.
I'm joking, Alaric. Jeez. Maggie's just gonna, like, she'll just put out a hand, sort of, gesturing out, sort of like, geez, that's just awful, this whole situation. I feel nobody should have to suffer through this kind of pain.
And I'm sorry that we didn't ask earlier. Who's this dear friend that you have lost, Miss Sith?
Peter Inge Rokke, I believe.
Oh.
Yeah.
I will narrow my Google search relating this woman named Sif and the deceased millionaire with billions of dollars.
The Luke again interrupted, but he will continue. I can, again, as I have said, I can take you to the auction, Sith.
Alaric hears another growl. Don't let her go. Siv smiles over at Luke. I don't know if I can buy anything, but if you would be so kind as to take me, I don't know what I would say.
Perception, empathy, 3 successes.
Mental link. She can't go.
Maggie will kind of sort of bump herself into the table slightly. You know, Luke, I mean, that's a lot of That's a lot of stress to put on somebody. I mean, she looks over at Sif. I know you think you want to go, but someone who's been through a lot of this lately, I don't know if it's such a great idea.
The look, roll, perception, empathy to Sif. 3 successes. Is she being serious about like she wants to go and she needs to go?
She seems pretty honest. She genuinely really wants to go, and she seems like there's a little bit of hope when you mention to her that you could take her.
But I can't see any weird, I can't see the background of why she wants to go because she can be like hopeful to murder everyone there. But,
Don't worry, she's not ginger. It'll be fine.
He looks at Maggie and says, she's right, Sif, that it can affect really badly. But I am serious about what I said.
Also, I don't mean to intrude, but do you have means to recover what has been taken from your friend?
Not by myself. For Googling Rokke, you get some pretty basic information. He spent several years working on fishing trawlers in Alaska, worked for an American seafoods company and research group, and at one point, probably in the mid-1990s, he went back to Norway and bought a lot of companies. One of the richest people in Norway, in fact. He was in the top 10.
Damn. And nothing pings about this woman related to any Google search on Sif and Rokke?
Sif and Rokke specifically, no. Googling Sif just gets you a lot of Wikipedia articles and basic Google search things of the Norse goddess.
Okay, I will take a couple more of time reading this because, yeah, something is fishy here. I can point my scientific finger in what, but keep digging on that.
It is the basic TLDR. Sif, the Norse goddess known for her golden hair, is wife of Thor, is what Wikipedia tells.
Yep, okay. And that's about the time where Alaric goes, fuck, in the mental link.
What's her what?
What, Alaric, can you please emphasize on the fuck?
Can really powerful spirits manifest?
I wouldn't put it past him.
Sif, the Earth Mother.
Maggie is going to very gingerly put a hand on Sif's shoulder.
I'm sorry, I needed to do it.
What kind of looks at the guy who says the Earth Mother?
What, Sif, what's your husband's name, if you don't mind me asking?
Sorry, this is all a lot to take in. Thank you so much for all of your kindness. I really wasn't ready to go out in public. And she's going to get up and start heading towards the door.
Maggie
Lark is going to stand in front of the door.
No. Oh no, Alaric, no.
Here we go, guys.
Alaric, don't do that. Mental link, Alaric, don't do it.
I really need to go.
Wait a second. While they're doing that,
like Ivanov, sit your ass down.
He's seated, being a good boy.
She turns and walks up to Sif very softly, very calmly. Can I get you a cab?
I didn't want you to leave without knowing that you had transportation.
Okay, so before one of us is a party to, or accessory to, or a witness of a fucking felony, can we all just calm the fuck down and let the lady leave? Is that a thing we can do today? While I'm here, suddenly on shift, waving my fucking arms at all of you?
Question.
Relax.
Are there normal people in this bar right now? Or is it just the Peanut Gallery and Sif?
There are no normal people here right now. All
right. Alright, so if there are no normal people here, Maggie's finally gonna drop pretenses. Oh, and in the mental link, she's like, oh, I hope no one hears something they're not supposed to. Sif, are you human?
And Dr. Ivanov blinks, like, oh shit, we are going to do this.
I'd really like to go now.
Please, just answer me that question.
If you answer the question, my lady, we might be able to help you more. If you don't think of us as someone who try to just ask questions, we are really, really trying to help you. I'm rolling charisma empathy, bitches, spending your willpower.
I'm rolling for matter side, Shelby.
4 successes, Shelby.
Noah is gonna look at Ken, and he basically has that face of, what the hell?
Ken has it right back at Noah as he stands there helpless.
Because OOC, I can't metagame. I don't know what the fuck she is. Nobody explained her. Luke thinks like this is just a normal lady who's trying to run away, and Alaric is like closing the door. So he's trusting the Vigilant Tower team that we are handling this, and that's why he asks for an answer. And I got 4 successes, Shelby.
She bursts into tears.
My lady, I apologize. I don't mean to do that. We are really trying to help. Please, tell us.
Not for many years. And the entire room is going to light up, completely white it out. And when the light fades, she is gone.
Oh, that fucking
Shit is going
This is why I wasn't coming here, Ken. He kind of goes and leaves.
And now Luke's upset. I can't fucking see anything. Okay, I'm kind of seeing shit now. I'm fucking confused.
Alaric, did she get past you? Alaric!
I think she did.
Oh, nice.
God,
This woman
damn
just
it.
teleported out of here.
What the shit was that? Was that just fucking really?
I think we just encountered a Norse goddess.
Same shit. Happens once a week, right?
They don't exist.
Once a week.
They don't exist. See you guys
Something
later. Have fun.
Fucked up happens.
There's demons everywhere. Fucking werewolves in the Central Park. Fucking vampires exist. I hate it. I hate it.
And now Luke's freaked out. Like the sweetest guy.
He looks back.
Like,
Yeah.
Just a woman
Luke is freaked
teleporting
out.
out of here.
What's freaking me more out is none of you really seem to be all that surprised.
Fun.
It's
Everybody, have fun.
a Monday.
And it's New
I
York.
fucking hate
That-
Mondays.
That doesn't explain it.
It's
This doesn't explain.
It's another
When you-
Monday. It'd be great. Like first it's a fucking giant fucking necromancy ritual.
Please.
Now we have Norse goddesses walking into our bars. What the shit
fuck is
going
this about
on?
a necromancer ritual?
When you find someone's
Everyone.
hand in the kitchen, it's weird.
And just Ivanov will
Not this. Not this.
Ivanov
When
is
you find
slamming-
someone's hand in the kitchen, it's weird. But not this.
Ivanov is slamming his fists on the table to bring everyone back to attention. Now, I would like to all of you keep yelling like little children, and I will let you do that after this, but What's the relationship with a fucking Norse goddess and the most rich person in Sweden that is dead now? Someone can explain that to me.
Okay.
I
All
can.
right. Hold on. I think I've got most of this. I did a lot of Googling, all right, folks?
A lot of Google.
A lot of Google. Okay? So everybody remember Mr. fucking billionaire dude died recently? Rokke?
Yes. Yeah, we got that part.
All right.
Done.
And he's
Collector of
wanted
religious
to have...
artifacts.
Yeah, he's on. Yeah, he collected a bunch of shit, right? Collected a whole bunch of shit. He collected so much shit that even the Vatican's rumored to have bitched at him once, twice, probably 400 fucking times. Who knows? They probably sent the complaints by fucking carrier pigeon. Point being, very shortly after this shit.
Everyone, calm down. We're in for a Ken rant. This is good.
Very, very fucking shortly after this, okay? Well, listen to this shit. Basically, one of the lawyers from his company, and this is all his legal holdings and shit, okay? Guy with power fucking attorney shows up and announces, well, we have plans for this, that, and the other thing, but he didn't have close family or anything. He was a fucking workaholic, yada, 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 yada. Point being, they put up the auction, okay? So when they put up the auction, they basically had a fucking entrance fee to even apply. And then on top of that, you get put through the fucking ringer just to see if you're rich enough to even bid because they don't want too many fucking gawkers. So calls have come out from other continents. Calls have come out from across the fucking country. You have everybody and their fucking grandma trying to buy up some of his weird shit for probably a large and vast number of reasons. For all I know, there are fucking dictators looking for some sort of monkey's paw to help secure the horrific rule. What we have just encountered, folks, what we have just fucking experienced is that apparently, the people who give a shit about this collection are not limited to this plane of existence. I had thoughts. I had doubts. I had possible fucking conceptions that maybe it was just a bunch of knickknacks. That maybe, like a lot of supposed occult shit, this had no particular value. But what we have had is a coming to Jesus moment where we all get to realize that this actually fucking matters. And we actually have to fucking do something about it. Which really fucks up my day.
While he's in the midst of the rant, as he comes to the close of it, Maggie just takes a shot glass and puts it up to his mouth and just tips it.
Just a small edit, Ken. Being who we just dealt with, it's more a coming of Thor meeting.
So what you're actually saying here, Ken, is like extra-dimensional entities, like God is looking for this collection.
I wouldn't necessarily call them a god.
So having more money than God is actually a thing.
Yes.
What I would say is what we just witnessed is a very powerful, very identifiable spirit.
And it wants
that
its
manifests herself. And if there's one of them, there could be the rest of the Aesir? We don't know. But chances are, as Ken said, they want their shit back.
Balls.
So we may have to need to inform the others that there's, like, this walking around?
Okay, alright. So, 100% she looks to Alaric, Ken, and Noah. We've got to get Edwin involved. He's the only mage I can think of that has a decent amount of expertise in that area.
Edwin doesn't even know how to operate a fucking microwave.
Yeah, but this isn't quite exactly a microwave thing now, is it?
Alright, fuck it. Who wants to chip in for the Pringles fund? Raw bribery works.
Maggie pulls out $40 and hands it to him.
Pull out a 20. Here we go.
Guys,
100 is coming from the pockets of Dr. Ivanov.
Okay.
Guys.
Yes.
What's up, George?
Yes, George. Nice to meet you, by the way. Great first meeting.
Yeah. What is this bribery fund for, exactly?
Pringles.
Lots of Pringles.
Lots of them. Apparently,
Many Pringles.
Enough Pringles to make your head spin.
Because this will appease a god?
No, this will appease the guy that will deal with the god.
This will appease a master mage who likes to sit in his tower and laugh at us mere mortals.
And eat Pringles.
Right,
Lots of
but
Pringles.
we need to get into the auction anyway, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have an invitation. Who here has an invitation?
Has an invitation.
How did you get an invitation?
Yes, how did you get an invitation?
Apparently a Norse god thinks it's funny.
Fenrir thought he was funny.
And I have an invitation.
Holy
We
shit.
should go there.
So we have 3 invitations. Mine is a +2.
Mine is, it doesn't have a number. It just says whoever's there is, I'm responsible for.
I will try to get one through other Aetherites back at the Imaginarium. Some of them might have it.
You guys do you guys realize that this being that just appeared here, which I'm gonna say is just a pretty powerful mage?
No, it's not a mage.
No, not a mage.
That was not a mage.
I'm refusing to believe that she was something else.
Then
That's
call her a
unlikely,
spirit. Call her a spirit. Spirits exist.
Yeah, I saw that spirit stuff.
Well, spirits are
I wanna shut the fuck up. I'm talking.
Oh!
I said that what I'm trying to say is that this being just just disappeared out of here, and she wants to go there. And if we go there, there might be more problems.
Yeah, because.
Okay, Luke, do you happen to know who, her husband is in the Norse pantheon?
according
I'll
to
give
this.
you a hint. Chariot, 2 goats.
Big fucking hammer.
No? What?
Her husband
Thor.
is Thor!
Who is Thor?
Haven't you seen the
Thor is
Avengers
god of
movies?
thunder.
I didn't. So.
Okay,
Avengers, God of Thunder.
giant hammer will bring down an ungodly amount of lightning into one particular place if things go sideways.
And just because it was in a Marvel movie, it's not. It doesn't have to be.
It's not just a Marvel movie. There was an entire people that believed in them, that gave their image, their thought, power,
You're not going to
through
university.
their faith.
Luke, spirits are real, whether you want to acknowledge that or not.
I saw that.
Okay.
So when you have people for thousands of years constantly praising and giving faith and sacrificing to these spirits, they gain power.
He nods.
That's what we just saw.
Okay. We have 2 options. This is exactly what I see. First, seeing Edwin, I heard about this guy. He's a master mage, cool. Everything is fine. First, we can ignore this. Bad option, safe option. Good and dangerous option, we can follow this. And we can try to go to the auction, which we might face problems. And I am new in this. Like he raises his hands, like, I'm new in this. But I would like to say that I have been told by Naomi that there are other people who's like us, who's in the other side.
Yeah.
If we can see this stuff, I think they can see it as well.
Definitely.
Definitely.
So I think staying out of this isn't a possibility, right?
You bet your ass.
Cool. I don't have any reasons to say I'm out, so I'm listening to you all. He smiles and nods to everybody.
All right. Who's going with who?
I can take Maggie and Ken.
I'm thinking, before we do anything, we need to talk to somebody who's more versed. In fact, you know what? I'm going to go right now to go talk to somebody who's more versed. I'm going to go to a casino and play blackjack. She grabs up her bag.
Yeah, you do that, buddy.
What do you mean you're going to a casino and play blackjack?
It's the
I'm
casino,
playing
dude.
blackjack! Yes, and just...
She's going to play 21. Leave the woman alone.
Ken?
George just looks
Yeah.
at the Pringles fund and just picks out his wallet, and he just puts $200 down into the Pringles fund. Is that enough?
Yeah,
That
yes.
shit, damn. Yes.
Okay, good.
So are we gonna hit up a couple of Walmarts and buy out every Pringles that they have?
I'm
That
gonna
we
join
are,
you guys with
and
that.
then it's off to our merry talk with Edwin.
Okay. Yep. We're gonna need to talk to Edwin.
As far as the auction, I can run some long-range support, but things are kind of crazy in my life right now.
So, wait, Peter Inger. Okay, so this completely slipped my mind. But I asked around, and I know a person who has a friend, and take this with a grain of salt. And that person has a friend who knows somebody, and that somebody, that somebody was involved in a move involving this guy. This guy paid a lot of extra for special care and security. Like, there was an invoice with this guy's name on it. The crates were large and fragile, and they came from Iceland.
Huh. Oh, that's even better. Fuck.
Yeah, they got some pretty good models from Iceland. Good stuff.
One question. Do we have any kind of idea what could be in this arcane collection we are apparently chasing at the moment before the gods get it?
I don't know, but whatever it is fucking interesting enough for the gods to get it, or what could be a god to get attention.
Okay. So, what is related in mythology to this particular goddess and his apparently quickly to anger husband?
Lorik, you're the expert in Norse mythology.
What was the question? I'm sorry. I'm currently thinking of implications that could turn
the questions are as
into a crater.
follows. What are things related to this particular goddess and her quick to anger husband, because she mentioned family heirlooms, so it might belong to her or God of Thunder over there, and he points upwards. What is related to them, like the golden apple from the Greek mythology?
Let's see. There is a story that this could relate to, and it would be very dangerous if it related to it. A long time ago, Sif once had her hair shorn by Loki.
Right.
And
keep going.
And in his anger, Thor forced Loki to create a golden headpiece.
Right.
For Sif, which resulted in her golden hair. He also made 5 other objects for the other Aesir.
Example?
Odin has a spear that once thrown will always strike its target.
That sounds
no
dangerous.
matter what, and kill him.
Right. A spear that can hit every time and murder someone. That's cheery.
Tyr. Tyr was once tricked into putting his hand into the mouth of Fenrir. Fenrir promptly bit it off.
Right.
Loki made a hand for him that could never break and shake the earth.
As a handheld portable cataclysm device. Great.
That's about all I know.
Okay,
there are
so
3 others.
there is a headpiece for and he points where Sif used to be.
Yep.
Here, we have a spear to the all fathers of every frigging Norse god with a spear that never fails and it will kill you because it works like that. And we have a handheld portable device that can create cataclysms at whim.
Alaric.
Papa.
Yes?
Alaric. And Noah's gonna walk over to where Sif disappeared. You're good with spirit magic, right?
I'm decent enough, nowhere near Edwin. But
Okay.
yeah.
How about we make an attempt at finding her? Or at least seeing if she left a trace. If this vanishing act just leaves fucking no trace, that's fine. If she does leave a trace, we have something to go on.
Yeah, sure. I'm gonna need a couple of things, though.
What do you need?
I was gonna head over towards the door, put on the close sign, lowered like the thing you put in front of windows.
Ivanov will give you help with the blinds.
The blinds, thank you.
You're welcome.
I need a couple of Sharpies. Some candles.
Look on my briefcase under my booth in which I was drinking. There should be some Sharpies and some a couple of candles in there. Be careful with those. I was planning to transform into something else, but don't worry, use them. I will get resupplied back at the laboratory.
Okay, I'm closing the blinds. That's what
Noah's
I'm
already doing that.
I'm helping Noah. We're friends again.
And does anybody have a knife?
I can produce a knife.
Kitchen.
Yup. And he comes back out with one of the kitchen's knives. I swear to God, if you break this, paying for it.
Can I have a mixing bowl?
You see this as he goes back and gets the mixing bowl? This is how we end up with health code violations. This is how, right here. And then I go down a grade in my kitchen. People fucking with my kitchen all day, every day, as he puts them down.
Keep in touch. I'll have to prepare for tomorrow, but if anyone needs to get in, give me a call and I'll see you tomorrow, alright?
Thanks, George.
Legit.
No problem. And George will begin to leave.
As George exits the bar, you'll find out that an area absolutely surrounding the building is covered in ravens. They don't do anything to stop him or harry him, but they watch very intently.
Did Maggie see those when she came out too?
It will take about 5-10 seconds, George will just go in, close the door. Guys, do you normally have Hitchcock's The Birds just happen?
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
It's pretty much covered out there with ravens.
I'm gonna say that Maggie, when she walked out to go to the casino, has just been standing out there while the previous conversations have gone on, just standing there in awe, staring at them, and finally she's getting around to the point of
There's
guys,
gonna be a high squeaking noise from Alaric that just goes.
guys.
So this is kind of those like the two ravens on Odin's shoulders, right?
Well, I mean, the last time there were this many birds in one location, I grew a tail and my hair turned blue.
Guys, don't give me those details. Is this something we should be very worried about?
We're gonna find out.
The raven flies over and lands on Maggie's head.
A what?
The raven flies over and lands on Maggie's head.
Well, I'm gonna be closing the
you have
blinds.
to even roll irritate just to communicate with it, just to be like, please go away.
We are going to die.
Please don't touch me.
Do you have any animal, Ken?
Nope.
Alaric does.
If you do what I think you're about to do, I hate you.
Alaric can roll his animal, Ken.
Alaric will.
Alaric!
In Mage, it's animal kinship, which is technically a secondary skill.
Oh, never mind. Alaric does not have animal kin.
Alaric! Noah! Please come out here! Please come out here!
The bird leans down, and in Maggie's ear, in a little croaking voice, it says, "Just let it happen."
This is my straight up intelligence roll because it's a skill and I can roll it a +1 diff.
She's reaching down and grabbing that whistle.
Shelby, this is my intelligence animal kin roll, but without animal kin because I don't have animal kin and it's a skill, so it's a +1 diff to roll.
Oh, okay. You remember like seeing a really cute video of YouTube where somebody had this pet raven and it actually learned how to talk and she could like talk to it. It seemed to understand words. It was so adorable.
It talked! It
Shelby.
talked! The bird talked!
Shelby, would my common sense tell me? Because, when there's an animal that kind of pisses you off, you go walk towards the animal and you shove it away, and it flies off. Would my common sense tell me that I'm a John?
Yeah, common sense tells you animals are generally more scared of you than you are of them. They'll run away unless they're backed into a corner.
Luke tries to shove it away, like, hey, go away. You're scaring the lady. Hey, go away.
And it flops off Maggie and flies back to its position on one of the trees.
Calm down, guys. I'm going home. And he...
It talked! It talked! It talked! It talked!
There's some educated ravens. There are some educated ravens, and we just saw something disappeared. I think
George is also
talking raven is not that big.
George is also backing away very slowly and just backing off. And just
See you guys later.
Luke, before you go, I don't mean no disrespect, but those are too much fucking ravens to be domesticated.
Yes, I understand, but there's somebody who just, disappeared inside of the brown bear. So I actually think that this is not scary. I think that inside of the thing and the whole situation is scary. But there's nothing I can do about it, so I'm just gonna walk away.
Maggie...
Maybe before you do that, you'd like to know how dangerous this is. Okay?
I totally agree that this is something really dangerous because that, there was a lady inside, disappeared, we don't know what it is, you guys say spirits and all that stuff. I agree, like these are things that there's dangers, but there's nothing I can do. If they want to kill me, they can just fly off and kill me right now. So if I
But they're
walk
not
away,
in here. That's what I'm saying.
oh yeah, like I will
They're
help
out
you guys.
there. They're not
Okay.
here.
Okay. Can I say something? Everybody of us is able to help, but is able to help in different ways. Okay, Luke, you go ahead and do your thing. We're gonna go ahead and do our thing. Does that work for everybody?
Maggie's
No,
already
it's-
walking down the street at a brisk pace to get the hell away from the Ravens. She's got her phone out and she's calling the casino. Please pick up, please pick up, please pick up, please pick up, please pick up.
Luke goes to his mom's house and talks to the cat. And tells the situation and asks him, "What the fuck is this?"
Can I?
I think now is the point where you're probably going to all want to start breaking off into follow-up scenes.
Yes.
Yes.
I was okay.
Very good idea.
Okay.
What's that?
We were planning on doing like
No,
a
if
spirit
everybody wants to break
correspondence.
up, that's cool.
We were planning on doing like a spirit correspondence prime effect to see like if there's any trace of this thing left.
I was also going to attempt to summon a knowledge spirit.
But we can do that in like a separate scene because this is one has been going on for quite a while.
Yeah. Sure.
Sweet. Well then, with the sight of a massive flock of ravens surrounding the Brown Bear pub for quite a while before they all start to slowly disperse and go to join the other mobs of ravens wandering the city, I believe this is a good point to end our scene. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. This has been another scene for Living World of Darkness Street Magic.